Most people think empathy is a conscious choice, something you decide to do. But what if your body was already responding to someone else's pain before your mind even caught up? What if the split-second pause before you speak, the physical tightening in your chest when someone you love is hurting, the way your face moves with theirs without you deciding to move it? What if all of that was not something you learned, but something your nervous system was built to do at a level most people around you are simply not capable of? Today, we are going to show you these 6 micro-habits that prove your empathy is not just a feeling, it is a neurological reality.
Habit 1. The pregnant pause.
If you're highly empathetic, you probably do this all the time without even realizing it. Right before you respond to someone, you take just a split second longer than most people do. And look, it's not some awkward hesitation, it's actually about depth. While normal conversationalists are literally busy constructing their replies in their heads before the other person has even finished talking, you just can't do that. In that tiny, barely perceptible beat, your brain is actively processing the emotional weight underneath the words. That right there is exactly why people feel so genuinely heard when they talk to you.
Which brings us right to habit 2, emotional checking.
So this happens seamlessly right alongside that pause we just talked about. Without ever consciously deciding to do it, you instinctively wait for the other person to finish. Not just their sentence, but their breath. You're actually reading the exhale just as much as the words. A shallow breath? That tells you more is coming. A deep exhale tells you they finally released what they needed to. And the wild thing is, this isn't some communication technique you learned from a book. It is a completely automatic calibration of your nervous system to read the full communication, not just the spoken part of it. Now we get to something deeply physical. Habit 3, somatic shared pain. When someone you care about describes something that hurt them, you actually feel it in your own body. And I mean that literally, not metaphorically. A real tightening in your chest, a heaviness in your stomach. Neuroscientists actually call this somatic empathy. It's a literal physical echo of the emotional content being described to you, and it's produced by your mirror neuron system, which is the network in your brain that fires both when you experience something yourself and when you watch someone else experience it. So you're not just imagining this feeling, it is a documented neurological event. Now, while most people do have mirror neurons, highly empathetic individuals possess a network that is just significantly more active and responsive than average. Your body is physically replicating the emotions of others at a level that most people around you simply do not have the capacity to produce. It's an absolutely fascinating and genuinely rare capacity. Which leads us perfectly into habit 4, unconscious facial mirroring. Have you ever noticed that when someone's eyes fill with tears, your eyes instantly soften? Or if their expression tightens with pain, your brow instinctively follows along? Well, this mirroring happens way faster than conscious motor control can even operate. It is happening in real time. If people frequently tell you they feel less alone in your presence, or that you somehow just get it before they even finish speaking, well, this is why. Your face is automatically signaling back to them that their emotional experience is being received at a level far deeper than just words. Let's look at the 5th microhabit, instinctive presence reduction. So when a person near you is in emotional distress, you likely have this totally unconscious instinct to step back. You automatically make a series of little adjustments. You soften your voice, you slow down your movements, and you literally make yourself physically smaller. And here's the thing, you aren't doing this because you decided it was the polite thing to do. Your nervous system is actually detecting the state of theirs and recalibrating your entire environment in response. For a highly empathetic person, this incredibly sophisticated social behavior is literally as automatic as breathing. Finally, our 6th microhabit, emotional selective memory. Highly empathetic individuals remember interactions very, very differently than the average person. You don't just retain the situational facts. Instead, you remember exactly how the person felt. As one of our sources brilliantly put it, you remember not what they ordered at dinner, but the moment their voice changed when they mentioned their father. Right? You catch that specific word that signals something is totally unresolved. Your brain stores this emotionally significant information, completely below conscious awareness, because it is determined that this is what actually matters for navigating your relationships safely. So, after exploring all 6 of these micro-habits in this explainer, we really have to ask ourselves, is high empathy just a personality trait? Well, the answer is a resounding no. If you recognize yourself in more than 3 of these habits, you are operating at an incredible level of emotional intelligence. Your empathy is a measurably different way that your nervous system processes the entire world around you. But, we also really need to acknowledge the reality of this trait. Moving through the world like this,
It is deeply, deeply exhausting. You aren't just carrying your own lived experience, you are continuously processing a massive, ongoing stream of other people's experiences too. And as we've seen today, your body physically registers that stream as if it were partially your own.
If this explainer described you, the most important thing you can know is this. Ask yourself, what could you accomplish if you learned to harness this neurological superpower rather than just survive it? Your empathy is not a burden you were given. It is a capacity you developed. And learning to protect it is not selfishness. It is the only thing that makes it possible to keep using it without losing yourself entirely in the process.